right now. They're not in a good place. They are third position and they have to win this game. But can they win this game? I won't place my bets on it, honestly. Because Rivers United, in those days, had the support of the government. The governor loved them and all that. But recently, the government is not intact. Unfortunately, most of our clubs in Nigeria are government-owned. It's unfortunate. And the Rivers state government right now are not in a good place either. So they don't have the time of football club now, right now. So are they getting the support they deserve? I don't know. I don't think so. Would I place my bets on Rivers winning this match? I don't know. I probably won't. I won't. I won't place my bets on it.
All right, not placing your bets. You get to save that one. But let's see if Pius Ahamba, a sport journalist who follows also MPFL sides, if he shares same reservations with you. Pius, you're welcome to the show. I need to know about Rivers United. Wale Scott is not gambling with his hopes. He's saying, no, I'm not placing my bet on that. And a lot is stacked against them heading up to this encounter. Do you have a different view? Do you believe in Rivers United? Do you want to buy Nigeria, sell Nigeria, and make sure that Nigeria will be heading to the next round in the CAF Champions League encounter?
Good morning to you and a happy new month to everyone. Thank you for having me once again. And maybe I would probably agree with him because, of course, he already mentioned a fact in his assessment of the team. That's knowing that the team are not in good shape at this point in time, which is not any fault of theirs. The part also in Rivers State right now, of course, we all know what's happening in that particular state. I probably play a big role. But if you're talking about on-the-field performance, Rivers United have shown us in the same time that they can be very, very formidable at home, even though in one of the MPFL games in the same time they actually drew. So, but played against Power Dynamos, who, like I mentioned the last time, they're probably at par with Rivers United. They're talking about the group standings. Heads and shoulders, RS Berkane and of course Pyramids are far above both Rivers United and Power Dynamos combined. So I think these two teams are evenly matched. So if Rivers United cannot get up 3 points against Power Dynamos at home, then they probably have no business being in this group, because this is the only game realistically that they can win, right? If we are looking at every other team they're going to play, both home and away, against Berkane and of course Pyramids, they probably wouldn't get anything if we are going to be very, very factual and being realistic. So this is the only game realistically that they can even pick up maximum points, right? And they've done a good job by picking up 8 points away from home, but I fancy them to pick up all 3 points today in their home game. I probably will give them the win, and hopefully the 4 points will be good enough for them to at least fight for maybe an appreciable position, finish third, and then get knocked out at the end of the day.
Get knocked out at the end of the day. That one hit hard at the moment, because I had my hopes saying, if they make it out of this group to the next round of the competition, I had hopes that they will be alive. But I think you've been able to hit that one on the head, saying get knocked out at the end of the day. But let's look at what Rivers United can do on the home turf today. There's something about home advantage. There's something about playing on the home ground where you have the 12th man supporting you. So what areas, what key areas, is it in finishing or defending, must the team improve on to secure that positive result today? Wale Scott, let me begin with you.
Rivers United have always had a good team from way back. They've always had a good team. Unfortunately, in the last few years, the assassins have lost their bullets. They are not bullets anymore. So they're firing blank. And they need to take their chances. I think the Rivers United of yore should come back to where they used to be.
All right, firing blank at the moment. Is this
the assassins are not scoring goals?
Is this the fault? Is this the fault of the coach?
If the team wants to win, you must score goals.
Is this the fault of the coach and his setup, or the players who are not given all on the pitch of play?
I don't know. It's like telling me I'm blaming Arsenal for not winning the league, because the Arsenal before were champions. Are they not following tradition anymore? I don't know. But where are the strikers that we knew those days in Rivers United, who will score at will? You give them a chance, they score 2 goals. They're not there anymore. So I won't say it's the coach. Maybe the team just lost their tradition. I don't know.
Okay, Pius, do you think they're a bit... there's conflict of interest right now, because I know that Rivers United are sitting on top of the table in the Nigeria Premier Football League at the moment. Do you think that they're trying to balance the commitment in the NPFL and the Champions League is really affecting them at the moment?
Well, I don't think so, because the last time they played the continental game was in November, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't play the continental game in December, and now they're back in January playing continental game. So I honestly don't think so. Like what Scott rightly mentioned, he actually did hit the nail on the head. They've lost that firepower in terms of scoring goals. I recall that we've had this conversation about Rivers United. We have mentioned that my worry for Rivers United on the continent will be their lack of scoring goals. The last time I can even remember that, in fact, in their last maybe 10 or 15 games, the last time I can remember Rivers United scored more than 2 goals in the game was against, I can't remember who they played, but I can't even remember. It's been a long time. I know they went the whole of December without scoring. In fact, in their last 5 games for Rivers United, they've only scored 2 goals in their last 5 games. So it says a lot about the team that wants to, because on the continent of Africa, if you want to play, you need those goals.
So are they, the way they score, I beg your pardon, the way they're scoring, are they conceding? Because to be a bit of a concern if they're not scoring and they're conceding.
Well, they're not, well, yes.
So there should be something to be thankful for. The coaches are working on.
They are not conceding, but they are not scoring as much as they should be as well.
So what does attack do for you for games, and what does defense do for you for games?
Well, in continental games like this, for example, in the game they played against Power Dynamos last week, if they are a team that will score a lot of goals, they probably would have won that game, and that's 3 points for them, right? On the continent, you need to score goals. In as much as I understand that you also need to keep your back line tight, you also need to score goals. That's what exactly will win you goals or make you progress to the next stage of competitions in continental games like this. So if a team like Rivers United, yes, they can keep it tight at the back. They will keep it tight at the back. They're shifting goals. I mean, they lost their first 2 games in the CAF competitions, right? They couldn't even score, and of course they were conceded. So you have to keep it balanced, right? Like I mentioned earlier, if you score a lot of goals, right, or score an appreciable number of goals, you'll be able to even, secure something. They need to start scoring goals, right? I understand that the defense is very good, and that's where you appreciate a manager like Coach Yema Star, and of course, the community judge. These guys are, I mean, we've seen them over the years. They have Eyimba and all of that. Yes, they can keep their defensive lineup very, very tight, but up front is the worry for fans of Rivers United, and that's just the stark reality, because if a team has played more than 5 games, in their last 5 games only scored 2 goals, and then you are playing against yes, like I mentioned earlier today, with or without them scoring goals, they should be able to navigate their way past Power Dynamos. But against teams like RS Berkane, Pyramids, you need to take your chances. Okay. So if you want to qualify out of this group stage, you need to start know how to score goals, and as well balancing, keeping it tight at the back. So it's a difficult task for Rivers United. Yes, they get those 3 points today, but I don't see them escaping this group.
All right, you do not see them escaping this one in this Group A for the CAF Champions League qualifiers.